I do believe in ghosts and spirits, and I have so many experiences. My house in Virginia that I've literally lived in my whole life is built on an Indian plantation. My sister and I, Holly, we had bunk beds. We shared a room for most of my childhood, and we would always be in the room, like going to bed, and our door would be closed. Out in the living room, we had like this glass case that had my mom's like china dolls in there and all this really fancy stuff that you don't touch and you don't play with. We always heard it crashing to the ground, but every time we went out there to look, nothing was broken, nothing was out of place, like everything was fine. We don't have that anymore in the house, so we don't hear that anymore, but I do hear people, like it sounds like someone's making coffee or like running the microwave, but no one's ever out in the living room. And like I'll tell my mom the next morning, like, yeah, I heard this like last night. She's like, oh, I was in bed. I was like, oh, so you weren't making coffee? She's like, no. That's all the time. My oldest sister, Chelsea, she's seen people standing in her closet, like people that she actually knew, just standing in her closet. Shortly after my grandmother passed, who is my mom's mother, it was around Valentine's Day, and I had a balloon. It said, I love you on one side, and it was shaped in a heart, and it was at the foot of my bed. And I just felt something in the room with me. And in that house, I always feel something with me, but I felt like a certain presence in the room with me at this time. And I just said, hey, like, Grandma, if that's you, can you like turn the balloon or something so I know you're here? It spun around and said, I love you on it. I was like, okay, yeah, she's here. And then recently, my mom like is redoing the house. So she had all the furniture moved for the house to get painted. She texted us and was like, so I don't think the ghosts, whoever's here, like they don't like the fact that I'm redoing the house. I was like, why, what's up? She was like, they keep moving the furniture back to where it was after I move it. And I see something in the corner of my eye. I don't see like a figure or anything. I just see something move really fast. But when I look, nothing's there. It was a starter home family, like house. So we're the only people that have lived in that house. So I was like, yeah, you're changing things. That's been there for 21 years. So I don't think they are too happy about it. Getting breast cancer. My grandmother had it, my mom's mom had it. She didn't die from it, but she was diagnosed and she got rid of it and it was fine, but it runs in my family and that scares me because I have a feeling that I'm gonna get it when I'm older and it like terrifies me. That's tough. Okay, I like that I'm an independent person. Like, I'm really independent. I love being alone. I'm probably too good at it. Some might say I'm too good at it. But I think it's important to know how to be alone because you're not always gonna have someone there to depend on. I also hate that about myself because I don't let people be there for me and do things for me easily. I give them some, like, pushback before I do. What I want people to know about me is that when you meet me, whether you're gonna be my best friend or just an acquaintance in my life, like I will be there for you no matter what. Whether we get in a big fight and we don't talk for years, but if you just randomly cross my mind one day, like, or if I just randomly miss you, I'm gonna let you know. Because I think it's important to tell people how you feel when you feel it, because otherwise problems arise that are unnecessary and that could have been avoided. Whenever you meet me, like I'm genuinely someone that you can count on. I might not have all the answers and I might not give the best advice, but I'm very good at listening. I'm very good at trying to please other people, especially when they desperately need it. I'm not religious. I did go to church when my dad was still living with us before he left. He left when I was 3. So up until then, we went to church. So I don't really remember much. The only thing I remember from church is I remember sitting in church and my mom gave me a piece of gum and it was the Eclipse, like peppermint gum, and it burned my mouth so badly. I ran down, like during service, I ran down the aisle and like ran to the bathroom crying, and my mom had to chase after me. But I'm not religious now because like there has to be an answer. I believe that, and I believe that there's something out there, but I think it's something that we can't comprehend. And I mean, I don't hate on any religion. I am open to it all, but I don't think that I could go to church and sit and listen to someone preach to me about right and wrong.